Acquiring new clients is hard and losing them is easy. That's one of the biggest struggles in agency life, one that you don't have to resiliently accept. It's one that you can fight with plenty of tools and processes, such as an efficient client onboarding process. A client onboarding process is a set of steps that you take to get acquainted with a brand new client. It starts the moment they get in touch with you for the first time and ends when their project has been delivered. An onboarding process helps to ensure smooth operational efficiency, effective communication, and good customer satisfaction. Customer onboarding systems might seem a bit boring. However, a well-crafted onboarding process might mean the difference between a long-time client and a one-time gig. Give it the time and attention it deserves, and you'll be rewarded with a happy and productive client relationship. A thorough onboarding process will give you the opportunity to set expectations early on. This way, both you and the client know what to expect, and any further questions can be addressed quickly. To deliver quality services, you need to understand your client, who they are, what their pain points are, and what they're expecting you to do for them. A clear onboarding system enables you to gain a deep understanding of how you can best help your clients. Naturally, a well-crafted onboarding process helps to reassure the client's decision to work with you. It shows them that they've chosen a reliable and knowledgeable partner and increases the likelihood of them coming back for future projects. The ability to onboard new clients quickly and efficiently is going to be a great asset if you decide to grow your business. A streamlined client onboarding process will not only make it easy to onboard new clients, but also get them to recommend you so you can continue to grow your agency. A written set of processes gives you a paper trail that records the contact details and agreement terms between you and the client. It can help protect your business from any potential legal issues in the future. Alright, say you're all set to start building your client onboarding process. What should you include? Although the following step-by-step system isn't a universal checklist and can be adapted, here's a simple checklist for you to follow. At this stage, you should be proactive and reach out to the client. Before they even decide to work with you, they need to know that you understand their needs and can deliver. So, at this phase, allow your account manager to do some relationship building with the client. It can have a hugely positive impact on your future collaborations. Before you jump on 1,000 calls to onboard a new client, take some time to identify their pain points and the solutions that you can provide. This way, you'll be able to focus on the most pressing issues and come up with a plan before you even get started. Once your client is comfortable with you and you've done your homework, it's time to start first contact. The meeting should be focused on getting to know each other, discussing the project, and identifying expected outcomes. This is a good opportunity to get more details from your client and verify that everyone is on the same page. No solid plan is ever made without clear goals. Spend some time setting up SMART goals for your client. This will help you align with their objectives and break them into achievable targets. Once the goals are set, it's time to agree on deliverables. That's when you decide who does what and when. This part is absolutely important to make sure that everyone involved in the project knows their responsibilities and can complete their tasks in a timely manner. The easiest and most automated way you can get all of this data is by asking the right questions. For instance, SEO agencies can use an SEO intake form to inquire about project-related details. This is where you should double down your efforts to get into all the nitty-gritty details of the project. Show your client that you've not just done your homework for an A+, but you're also aiming for extra points. Ask questions, get everything in writing, and make sure that you're both fully aligned. It's not a deal until everyone signs the dotted line. Contract signing makes it all official and details the agreement between you and the client. Once all the legal technicalities are out of your hair, it's time to send your client a welcome packet. This can be a welcome email with all the resources, file management systems, and tools that they need to have access to, or even a physical welcome packet. Sending stickers and mugs might seem a little bit old school, but it can sometimes make a huge difference in your client's onboarding experience. At this point, you've already discussed the project details and know what needs to be done. Your client is likely quite comfortable with you, so now it's time to learn about your client's internal processes, such as their communication processes, their ways of working, and their internal policies. If you can get an understanding of how your client works internally, it's going to make your collaboration much easier. It will also help you align your agency's way of doing things with those of your client. Mind you, this is not to say that you should change your internal processes to accommodate every new client that comes your way. But sometimes, by changing a few small things about how you work with a specific client, you can make their day-to-day operations much smoother. Consequently, you can make it more likely for them to recommend you to someone else once the project is done. To ensure successful collaboration, you should constantly re-emphasize what success looks like, for example, via reports. Before you proceed to actual work, remember to reiterate the deliverables and make sure that everyone knows what is expected from them as well as when they should be delivering them. This will help you and your client stay on the same page regarding what should be delivered and when, and help you measure success. If you don't want to wake up to desperate calls from your client, but still want to make sure they're always in the loop, you should agree on communication frequencies. Depending on the type of services that you offer, you can agree to communicate daily, weekly, or a couple of times a month. Every time you have a meeting with your client, make sure to outline all the action items that need to be taken. If there's an issue that needs to be resolved, define what should happen and when it should happen by. A service level agreement and a contract are very similar, but they're not quite the same. In essence, an SLA is a subset of your contract that provides the level of services that you'll be providing and what happens if the service provided falls short. It's also a good way to draw the line between what you're supposed to do and what falls on your client. As the final step of your new customer onboarding system, make sure to agree on milestones for the coming months and make plans for the next 30, 60, and 90 days. This will give you and the client an overview of what's going to happen in the near future and help you keep track of your progress. Onboarding new clients can be nerve-wracking and intimidating, so make sure that you don't forget that in the end, you're all humans. Pay attention and make sure you act with empathy at all times. Don't wait for your clients to come to you. Be proactive in finding solutions, communicating them, and ensuring their satisfaction at all times. Transparency is key for successful client onboarding and long-term relationships. There's no point in hiding things, as at the end of the day, it's only going to hurt your reputation if you do so. Want to make sure that your clients love you from the get-go? Showcase your value very early on and make sure to show them that their trust is well placed. You cannot automate human relationships. You can, however, automate things that don't require human interaction. Examples include automating client information, document signing, access to tools and resources, and so on. Automation will save you precious time while keeping your clients satisfied. A good client onboarding software will come in handy here. You can make fine adjustments to your onboarding workflow, sure, just make sure you don't treat clients differently. Believe it or not, that even in a global market, word spreads quickly and you might end up alienating your best customers. They say first impressions matter, and I couldn't agree more. A well-crafted client onboarding process ensures that your clients are in good hands from day one. From setting clear expectations and communication schedules to delivering excellent results, a proper client onboarding workflow is going to set you and your client up to a good relationship from day one. If you're looking for a client portal software to help you integrate a nice onboarding flow for your clients, check out SPP via the description down below. Thank you so much for watching.